let's go ahead and work these problems. It says write a rule and an equation that represents the pattern in each table. When I examine this table, I see 1 and 33, 2 and 34, 3 and 35. I notice the same amount is increasing each time, which means x is going to be 32 less than y. than y. So I can say that y is going to be equal to x plus 32. Another way I could write this would be y minus 32 equals x. Okay, either one of those will work. All right, let's go to number 10 here. It says write a rule and an equation that represents the pattern in each table. When I see here, I see 17 and 32. That's a difference of about, well, 15, right? Yeah. Then 22 and 37, that's a difference of 15. 27 and 42 is also a difference of 15, which means we're increasing by 15, or we could say we're decreasing g by 15, right? So this would be 47 minus 15, which would be 32. And this would be 52 minus 15, which would be 37. And since g is greater than it, we can say that g is equal to k plus 15, or we could say that g minus 15 is equal to k. All right, going on to number 12. It said, to celebrate its 125th anniversary, a company produced 125 expensive teddy bears. These 125 carat teddy bears are made of gold thread and have diamonds for eyes. The table shows the approximate cost of different number of these bears. Write an equation that can be used to find C, which is the cost of the bear. We're looking at 4 bears costing $188,000, 7 bears costing $329,000, and 11 bears costing $517,000. To properly go ahead and use this table, I have to make sure that the rate is the same on every one of these. So the first thing I'm going to do is get my calculator and make sure that it is. I'll have to take 188,000 and divide it by 4. That gives me 47,000. Next, I'll take 329,000 and divide it by 7. That also gives me 49,000. Lastly, I'll take 517,000 and divide it by 11. This also gives me 47,000. So what I'm finding is that we can take C, and that's going to be equal to 47,000 times n. All right. Next is number 14 for me. It says write an equation that best describes the pattern. I see that I have 2 and 0. Well, 0 is 2 less than 2. 4 and 2. 2 is 2 less than 4. Then I have 6 and 4, 8 and 6, and 10 and 8. I can see that W is always going to be 2 more than Z. So I can say that W will be equal to Z plus 2. I could also rewrite this to show that W minus 2 is going to be equal to Z. All right. Next, let's go to number 16. It says use the equation to complete the table. I have to take D, multiply it to 5, and add 5. When I do that to 0, 5 times 0 is 0, and then plus 5 is 5. When I do that to 1, 5 times 1 is 5, and 5 plus 5 is 10. So when I do that to 3, 3 times 5 will be 15, and 15 plus 5 will be 20. And 4 times 5 is 20, plus 5 is 25. Lastly, I'm on number, oh, not quite lastly, number 18. They're wanting me to do the same thing. So I have to take x and multiply it to 2 and add 1. When I did that to 0, 2 times 0 is 0, plus 1 is 1. When I did it to 1, 2 times 1 is 2, plus 1 is 3. So 2 times 2 will be 4, plus 1 will be 5. And 3 times 2 would be 6, plus 1 would be 7. Number 20 says, Mayo wrote the equation H equals D plus 22 to represent the relationship shown in the table. Is this correct? Well, if I took D and added 22, that would be 3 plus 22, and that would give me 25. So that would not equal 33. All right. If I took D and made it 5 and then added 22, it would not equal 55. So I'm afraid this is incorrect. So I'm going to say no, this is not correct. What they should have done here is realize that they need to multiply H to 11, because 3 times 11 would be 33, 5 times 11 would be 55, and so on. So the correct formula that they should have made is you could have put H times 11, 11H is going to be equal to D. You also could have put H is equal to D divided by 11, and either one would work. All right, and that's all the ones that I'm doing tonight. Good luck with the ones you're working on, and see you in class tomorrow.